Hey everybody, this is Stephen Lowisz with the Rise or Die podcast for episode 67, Stop Stopping. So it's Wednesday morning that I'm recording this. And one of the patterns that I've seen in my life over and over and over is the pattern of starting out Monday really fucking awesome. Tuesday, pretty damn good. Wednesday, now we're in shaky ground. Thursday, Friday, that's a joke. Saturday, man, that sucks. And by Sunday, I'm hitting myself and wishing I didn't screw up the rest of the week. So then I get fired up and I get back at it on Monday morning. And it's a really crappy pattern because you can't have significant progress if you're only really pushing 3 or 4 days out of the week. Now, it's hard to keep going when I sleep very little, when I am working my ass off. I mean, it's really tough. Last night, so I worked late, I worked early, and then last night there was actually a manhunt just a mile from my house, which I live in a very safe, very nice area here in Michigan. But there was a manhunt a mile away from my house, actually not far from my mom at all. So I was up all night trying to make sure she was okay, trying to make sure that everyone was okay, really. And now I got to get back at it here this Wednesday morning. It's really tough because you can only push so hard, or at least that's what we're told. I call bullshit on that, but that's what we're taught. You can only push so hard. And the key thing that I took away from recognizing this pattern was that I stop a lot. I take initiative a lot. I'm willing to commit to just about anything. Right now, I have 2 companies, a couple employees. I'm working to grow my business drastically while training in MMA, while training in a half Ironman, for a half Ironman, I should say, while also handling, of course, marriage and a relationship with God. Guys, it's brutal. Like, it's absolutely brutal to keep pushing that hard. A couple days ago, I did an episode called Push Harder. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what we need to do. But we need to recognize when we stop. We need to recognize when we stop. Because know what's exhausting? When you push really hard, when you do the fucking work, but you do it for like 2 days at a time, take a day off, and then go back at it. Or you're like me and you do like 3-4 days of hard pushing, and then you take like 2-3 days off. And I don't mean hard pushing taking days off as in like I don't do anything, but like from an eating perspective, the more tired I get, the harder it is for me to eat right. The more tired I get, the harder it is to be there for my wife and be present. It's harder for me to actually care about a relationship with God the more tired and exhausted I get. So yeah, I may push in business 7 days a week. You bet your ass. But I fall off on the other areas. I fall off on the other areas very quickly every single week. Which is why I've been trying to lose the same, 25 pounds for the last, 15 months. I'm finally making some progress because I realize I need to stop stopping. That's it. I just got to stop stopping. We don't need to hit home runs every day. In fact, it's not possible. And that's kind of my style. Go big or go home. I just want to hit home runs. I want to do the work, do my thing, and then be done. But that's good for a sprint. That's not good for a marathon, which is life. We call life in Invictus and at Wake Up Warrior the impossible game. Life is an impossible game of expansion. But it's a game that we're still going to make possible and fucking dominate. It's an impossible game for most. Hence the name. But we make it possible and we win across body, being, balance, and business. Not because we're going to hit home runs every day, but because we're going to hit singles every single day. That's it. Do one thing today that's going to move you forward in body. One thing that's going to move you forward in being. One thing that's going to move you forward in balance, and one in business. That's it. We don't need to hit a home run. You don't need to make $50K today. Not at all. But can you make an extra $100 today? An extra $50 today? Great. And then tomorrow add another 50 on that. Like that's the kind of increments that we're talking about. Maybe you can't make anything today, but can you set yourself up for tomorrow? Stop stopping and start focusing on hitting singles across body, being, balance, and business. It's really simple. It's really simple, but actually really hard to follow. Otherwise, I would have lost these 25 pounds over a year ago. So that's what I'll leave you with today. I want you to consider the possibility that you're trying to hit home runs, and consider the possibility that although you may take a lot of initiative and you may do a lot of work, you might be stopping. Not in all areas, but across body, being, balance, and business. Where are you stopping, and where are you trying to go after home runs instead of singles? That's all for episode 67. As always, subscribe at riseorddiepodcast.com for some of our exclusive content. And, of course, share the podcast with someone that you care about, someone that you want more for out of their life, someone that needs a little kick in the ass every day, just like you get from me. In the meantime, have a great day. I'll talk to you tomorrow for episode 68.